Today we're coming to you guys poolside because the weather is very nice.
It's beautiful.
And the kid says she wanted to get in the pool, but she is yet to get in the pool.
She got down here and realized there was 10 bajillion people, and she's like, never mind.
We've never actually seen this many people here, but even still with as many people that are here, there's still plenty of chairs. There's plenty of space. Nobody's overcrowding anybody, and it seems like everybody's enjoying their time here, which is a plus. Almost kind of, if you didn't know and you would just drop down here, you would think maybe you've left the country.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see that, because this reminds me of when we went to Cancun for the first time, the first resort we went to, Sandos. This is kind of what it's like with the palm trees and the fountain into the water and just people by the pool chilling, having fun. And you can't really see or hear any of the outside life.
Yeah, when trying to pick and choose where we live currently and where we plan to live in the future, more than just the property, more than just the price, more than just the amenities, what's the feel? What's the vibe?
Yeah, because that means a lot. It doesn't matter if the place looks nice, if the feel is stuffy and unhappy or not friendly. It's not a place you wanna be.
Yeah, before we came here, the kid was showing us some videos on YouTube of some Karens going wild, and it's just literally these people that have this inert, just natural ability to just shit on other people for no reason.
Yeah.
Want to get in your business, cause problems, overstep their boundaries, and
it's called entitlement, and I've never understood that. Like, why people feel entitled to tell other people to stop doing what they're doing.
Or even assume that the people who are doing what they're doing are not allowed to do what they're doing.
That part too, yeah.
Either way, we don't really have that problem here. We really enjoy it. The staff here makes sure that happens, and we were actually just having a conversation. I'd be willing to bet that they have probably even made sure that happens by making sure certain people can't renew their leases here based on other residents' complaints or maybe even their own experiences, basically not wanting that to be a part of this lifestyle, a part of this locale, a part of this apartment and property and company as a whole. It's a nationwide company, and their reviews as well. Hey, great place to live, but I wouldn't rent there because I wouldn't sign a lease there because some of the tenants there suck.
So what he's basically saying is there was a person we've seen here for the last year who, when you think about going to the pool, you have to literally stop and go, yeah, but what if so-and-so's there? How do you get out of that? How do you get away from that conversation? How do you get away from the over drinking and the whatever else and the
inappropriate comments,
it's highly inappropriate comments towards people and children, and it's just it was a lot. And then we noticed lately that we have not seen that person anymore.
Knock on wood, we'll probably see him here in just a minute.
Now that we said that, yeah.
But either way, I do like the fact that these folks actually, they have the rules and there's no real gray area. It's like, these are the rules. You've agreed to them to live here, and, we don't allow smoking at the pool. We don't allow glass at the pool. We don't allow certain things going on, and it provides for a much better experience and environment. And with that being said, they don't allow boats to be parked in the parking lot. So, interesting enough, I put up a short where I showed where they put a sticker on one of the boats that they were going to tow if the owner didn't move it. And people thought that I was the one towing the boat. They thought that I was the Karen. But either way, I also, between that and a few other videos I've posted, I really have to quickly explain and articulate every single little detail because it will get misconstrued and misinterpreted, especially if I don't do it very fast, because people will say, well, just get to the point.
That's true. I get distracted down here. There's like so many people. Like, look, as a female, I'm constantly looking at other females' bathing suits.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Things like that. So I'm constantly distracted.
Why? Because you like their bathing suits, or you don't like their bathing suits?
Depends.
But you ordered 2 or 3?
Yeah,
from
but
REI?
I can't bring myself to try them on yet.
I guess
I'll get there.
Mid-spring, summer.
Is when the insecurities of females kick in hard.
No, I was gonna say we hit the gym, but then it's kind of like
I'd rather be at the beach.
We're not gonna be able to go to breakfast. We're not gonna be able to get the mimosas.
I'd rather, but see, that's where the downside comes in. Like, I enjoy our life and the things that we're doing, but then I come down to the pool and the women who are obviously 10, 20 years younger than me that look amazing in little string bikinis, my brain goes, yeah, you're not eating for a week, and drink water and go work out. And then the other part of my brain goes, let a 20-year-old have it. Do your thing, girl. Like, I did that. Now I just want to go have a mimosa and some eggs Benedict.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's people comparing each other to each other. The twigs will say, "Man, I wish I was thicker," and everybody else will say this. You know, it's always a comparison. Unfortunately, not for everybody, but oftentimes there is. And even at the point of which you work out, have like hardcore all the time, you're still going to go and you're still going to compare.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I think I was more insecure when I was in shape and looked good.
These are things to keep in mind. I'm just putting it out there. Like,
yeah.
you think you know what you want until you go and get it, and then you realize, wait, still isn't what I want. It starts up here.
Yeah.
It starts up here, and it ends up here too. And there's also this misrepresentation of what's real. The kid is searching for our summer vacation destinations on TikTok. And
where
she's
there's
like,
filters and
she's like, can we go to Fiji? Can we go to Maldives? Can we go to Hawaii? Can we go?
I'm like, you pooping money out? Where is this coming from?
Yeah, and
we move to the beach, so we don't need to do those things.
It's inaccurately represented, and it's also filtered, and only highlighting the best parts of it and promoting all the positives, which we don't want to dwell on the negatives. But hey, if we're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a vacation and all this travel, please give us the full story.
Yeah. They show you this little section of the ocean walking out from your hotel, your cabana, your whatever, to this little section of the ocean. You're like, it's great. They didn't show you the part behind you where there's 50 guys with massive rifles and like SUVs where they rob you blind before you walk into your place. Like, there's so much going on. Or the massive iguanas that attack your room every single night and eating their little dog. Like,
so with that being said, I highly doubt that there will be much travel to a particular city this summer for vacation.
I already know where this is going.
Because of the posts on social media that are going to show you what it's like there. What city would that be?
I'm going to say it's Chicago right now, which is one of my bucket list cities. Am I right?
Chicago.
Now we got a person shot.
Chicago.
Bucket list city. I've always wanted to go to a Bulls game. Always. I mean, I'd prefer to go, obviously, when it was back in Pippen and Rodman and Jordan days. But even when it was Derrick Rose days, I would have liked it. Now, I don't know anybody on the Bulls, but I still want to go.
The question I have that I'll let you ponder is, are the parents to blame?
No.
I said ponder. The question is, are the parents to blame? You're not supposed to answer it. You're supposed to ponder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Supposed to ponder.
Okay. Wait, is there more to it and then I have to ponder?
Yeah.
Because my brain initially went to the thought of, am I the way I am because of my mother? The answer is no, I am the way I am because of me.
You briefly saw the clip. Teens going wild, running in the streets.
I blame it on social media, not parents.
So, all right, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read the notes the way that they had the guy
and then maybe I changed my mind.
the way they had the news anchor read it. Millennium Park teen takeover, trying to go viral on social media. Meanwhile, older white people being escorted out, protecting them, the police protecting them, non-defunded police, gunshots fired, and bad parenting present. I'm sorry, cameraman, slow pan over all the black teens and kids, please. SWAT team called in. Michigan Avenue and Randolph, property damage and chaos. Defund the police, question mark? And these same kids are deemed responsible and of sound mind to make their own choices. Example, Senate Bill 5599.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't think I did it right. It was like a news anchor voice, and he was doing it. He was like the Wayne Brady, Bryant Gumbel.
Oh,
but then he had like a beard. Like he was like, wait, who's he trying? Who's he trying to?
In the streets of Chicago today, we have the teenagers taking over and causing havoc against white people. Is that how it went? Because I'm pretty sure that's news.
What demographic was he trying to hit? Like, we need the token black guy. He's bald. He's got a long beard. He's got a tight.
But he talks like Wayne Brady, so he's after the white people.
He's got a dad bod, but he's like, it's like, wait, what's going on?
He's a relatable black white man.
But basically, what he said was, the kids were recording their chaos
Social media.
because they were trying to go viral on social media. He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah. That's just a guess. But I like how they said escorting the white people out. Why not
They
older
didn't
black?
say that. They didn't say
I was
that.
about to say,
the
they
camera said that. The camera said that. The camera would show all the black teen kids going crazy, and it would show all the white people being protected.
I did see that.
And escorted out. Now, this is just my viewpoint from what I see based on what they've presented, which I am sure they probably did on purpose.
And it depends on which news station you're watching also. Just think back in Atlanta, we would watch one news station that was predominantly white, and you have another news station that's predominantly black.
Which they could have chosen the white anchor to broadcast from the scene, but instead they chose the black anchor to do it. So then it's like, wait, the black guy showing all the black kids, wait, maybe it's not. Mm-hmm. So from what I saw, it was Millennium Park teen takeover, blaming it on teens. We don't know the age of these kids. These kids are running wild in the streets. Our kid almost got carded for breakfast. Nobody knows how old you are.
We ordered mimosas, and they were like, 2 cups or 3? And I'm like, well, she's 13. And she was like, well, I was going to card her either way.
Simple fact of the matter is, you don't know how old they are. You don't know if they're recording to go viral. You don't know any of this, and they're literally making this up. Why? Keyword stuffing for the algorithm. The news channel had 174,000 subscribers. The video had over 1 million, maybe 2 million views in less than 16 hours. They were doing it for the algorithm,
for clout,
for views.
So they were doing the same thing those kids were doing.
Theoretically, gunshots were fired. They even at one point mentioned bad parenting. And the SWAT team was called out, yada, yada, yada.
Well, okay, at that point you could say bad city officialing, bad policing, bad whatevering.
Can you imagine what would happen if they defunded the police?
Well, so let's go defund the police real quick. So the whole defund the police, I think it got run away with at the time people were talking about it, but it wasn't defund the police as in take away the police department. It was take some of those funds and move it over to mental health and to stuff like that, so that you're not always sending in people with guns and tasers for somebody who needs somebody with a mental background that can talk them out of whatever situation they're in.
Yeah, but if you're defunding them from that standpoint, you're gonna have a reduction in the ability to pay the salaries, have the fleet, the vehicles, the training, the HR, everything.
That's true.
It's funny how they spin things. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it also isn't funny how companies and businesses are saying, you know what? We see that. We don't want any part of it.
We're going to close our Walmart because it's too black in this neighborhood. Or
too dangerous
in this neighborhood.
Too many problems.
Too poor in this neighborhood.
Too many problems in these neighborhoods, So that's really quite possibly the biggest issue of it all. Now, granted, why did it happen? This was not an accident. This was an organized effort.
And who organized it, though?
Are the parents to blame?
I doubt the parents organized it, but
No, not organize it, but are they to blame? Are they the ones that should have these kids?
no, you can't. As a parent, you cannot keep your child under lock and
Not
key.
lock and key, but know better.
You can teach your children to know better, but if let's say you have a group of 10 kids who have gone out to this one location and then 4 kids next to them start acting a fool, they're going to lump all these kids in with each other because they're in the same place, same age group, same ethnicity possibly in the same place, and everybody's going to be lumped into that, even if 10 out of 14 didn't do anything wrong. That's how it works. Pay attention to the company you keep is kind of how it goes. Well, maybe they weren't keeping company with any of these people. Maybe half of these kids showed up to this thing thinking it was going to be one thing and the other half decided to go buck wild. Or maybe you had an adult over there egging them on. Maybe you had somebody else that was part of it saying, hey, you know what, let's get a little loud, let's get a little whatever. Think about foam parties at a pool when you go on a resort or you go to a whatever. It starts off with people standing around in a pool having fun, talking, maybe having a drink. And then they go, you know what, let's make this wild. Let's throw foam in this. Let's throw more alcohol at it.
Let's have a little fun here, and let's talk about the car scene.
Okay.
Where there came a point in time. So the car scene there's 2 different types of car scenes that had problems. The first one was the car scene that just wanted to chill and hang out, and then someone who wasn't invited showed up, wanted to act the fool, and ruined it for everybody else.
Yes.
Then the new car scene was everybody's going to go do their thing, whatever it may be. But now it's hidden. It's underground. But you had police and investigators and detectives trying to infiltrate so that they could be there. Okay, so what if this was to be a simple get-together, but then the sleeper cells were activated, they caught wind of it and said, let's go and light the fuse. We were sitting at the bar at brunch today and everybody started to stare outside of the window. No one knew why anyone was staring outside the window, and they were like, well, I was staring because you were staring.
Yeah, that's how it works.
No one knew. Shots fired, people start running, and everybody starts running.
Yeah.
Like, is that what happened?
Why are they running? I don't know, but if they're running, there's a reason, so run too.
When the hired instigators catch wind and get activated, is that what causes the problem?
Possibly. I mean, how often do you see...
And then the news just happens to be there right on time to catch this?
Well, how often do you see the news channel showing up at a white party where the kids are like snorting coke and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but they're white and their parents have money, so that doesn't make it to the news. However, when there is a Hispanic group or a black group or an Asian group, the news happens to be there and it's deemed unfit parents and these hoodlums and these whatevers. But how often do you see groups of white kids on there?
Well, if the kids are recording this, right? Let's just say that the reporter was accurate in his statement. The kids are recording this to go viral. Where are they going to post it?
TikTok.
Is this a push?
To get rid of TikTok.
Is this a push by the left to get rid of TikTok?
I'm sure. I mean, there's always pushes everywhere that you don't realize are pushes. I'm sure.
And that's the thing. It's like you just never know. You got to believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that we're immune to it, but I'm definitely not looking to bring myself closer to the problems.
Correct.
I'd much rather stay here where we are. I'd much rather not go to Fort Walton. Nothing against Fort Walton. I'm just not interested in Fort Walton. Not interested in Panama City Beach. Anywhere else?
It's basically...
I'm not really interested in the Walmart over here. Walmart is in the middle, no man's land. But I'm not really interested in Walmart. It's just Walmart inherently, when you go to Walmart, I just feel a little bit more on edge.
Same. Always.
Even Target, though. Because the Target over here has typically some substantial police presence and typical people outside panhandling. And a few times we see people being arrested from Target.
True.
I remember we were in Target one time. This guy was in there, no shirt, walking around with a pit bull. Nothing against the guys with no shirt, nothing against pit bulls, but it just seemed a little odd.
Yeah, it was a little awkward.
I don't think Target we're a beach town, but I think they prefer you to wear a shirt.
Probably. And shoes.
You know, some restaurants, it's like no shoes, no shirt, no problem, but I don't think that
Target's the same. Not at all.
I don't even know if Target's a bring your dog. Home Depot is, Lowe's is.
Well, Target does say if it's not a legit service animal, you can't bring them in. Whereas Lowe's and places, you can bring in any animal.
Which is what I was pointing at before in another video, how 30A is building up because they are going to be isolated. They're going to be somewhat hidden and secluded from all that, and they're going to price the riffraff out. And odds are, you probably won't see a mob of teens invading 30A,
Probably not.
especially when pretty much everything shuts down at dusk.
And price-wise, it's almost impossible for teenagers to invade.
Yeah. It would be hard for them to even be there to invade because it would be too expensive to stay.
Yeah.
There's no public transportation or anything like that to make the commute simplified. So, not to say that we are immune, but definitely am focusing on the hot spots in our choice and selection of where we go from here. Potentially, maybe even fully gated community from here. Not to say that makes it that much safer.
Yeah.
But
Gives you.
we're not going
the
to
option.
intentionally go to areas that are known to have problems.
Yeah. I agree.
Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Chicago, good pizza. Depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
We haven't actually had Chicago pizza. We've had Chicago style from restaurants
deep
that
dish.
state Chicago, but we haven't had Chicago pizza
Yeah.
in Chicago. I want to at least give them a shot.
I agree.
But in my
'Cause we had
opinion,
New York pizza in New York.
yeah, New York,
So good.
I actually have a favorite, and it's not Ray's. But actually I got two favorites, but it's not Ray's or Original Ray's or Famous Ray's or whichever one you want to go to. And the kid actually included. She's like, "Can we go to New York? Can we go to Chicago?"
She really wants to go.
And last year we were courageous.
Yeah.
This year,
A little more leery.
I don't know. This year, I don't know. But either way, we'll continue to keep you guys updated, keep you guys posted. Appreciate you watching. Y'all take care. Be safe. See you real soon.
Bye.
Bye.